It might have been a first. A sit-in without weirdos. A protest with polite people. Activists who bathe. A North Carolina woman says she was bullied at a Starbucks for wearing a Trump t-shirt.
They shouted out, build a wall, and kind of shoved my drink at me. And then all of the baristas in the back started cracking up laughing.
So she did what anyone would do. She burned the place to the ground. Anyway, end of story. I'm kidding. They're applauding the joke, not the arson. Actually, instead, about 50 Trump supporters showed up at the store for a peaceful sit-in. Then they made jokes and they bought coffee.
At first, it was a little tense inside, but as more and more people ordered coffee, the mood lightened up.
You were telling me they even put Trump on your coffee.
They even did. I gave them the name Trump, and they did, and they were really gracious about it. So we just wanted to reverse the little negativity, so we did it.
In short, it was perfect. It was the right, having fun and being smart about it. Compare that to what we've seen in the past from the left, like this Black Lives Matter protest during brunch.
This is apartheid! We got genocide! Every 28 hours, we got genocide! You have left us no choice but to fight back! White silence is white violence!
That ruined the food. Anyway, it didn't look like fun for either side. Anyway, Starbucks apologized, but it's too late. I've decided to start making my own coffee at home. Strangest video ever. Sometimes I have problems. All right. Tyrus, this is kind of how you do it. You show up and you pay. You don't show up and lecture. You just show up and you.
I mean, that doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I hope the guy or the people that were teasing her are on staff, because she was like, well, I'll be back. Oh, she's going to come back with some of her Trump friends. 50 of them? How are you, sir? Good afternoon. How would you like a coffee? They made a great point, and you respect the stuff. You understood why.
Yeah.
And, Starbucks apologized, and they, well done. I mean, they didn't have to. I mean, they could have went throwing rocks and and chanting and all this other kind of stuff. It wasn't necessary. That is a great protest.
Kat, are you seeing an evolution of, I would say, the right? They're becoming confident, and they're taking it to the left with humor and doing these things that they never would have done before, I believe.
In some cases, I think that there are, of course, some people who, and I don't like to say these people are the right, and I don't like to even say these people are Trump supporters. I think these people are lunatics and maniacs. The people that are on Twitter that just tweet horrible things at people all day long who say anything negative about Trump, I don't think those are people so much as nightmares. But in terms of, I know, of course, lots of people who support Trump, who are peaceful about it, who are caring about it. I am a little more nuanced on every politician ever to exist. But what they did at the Starbucks was, like you said, absolutely perfect. If you're trying to show how someone else was to you, a very effective tool is to not look like a worse yourself. And a lot of these, particularly on college campuses, these leftist protests don't seem to understand that little detail.
Yeah. What do you think, Amy?
I give them a lot of credit for being so polite, but I have to say, shouting is really fun.
That's a great point.
Right.
That a lot of this stuff is energizing, and it's even like that's why people go in and they riot and they loot, because they get into
it's so much fun. I protested during President Clinton's impeachment over Monica Lewinsky marching around in front of the White House. It's a hoot. It's so great. But I would also remind people, you remember the Tea Party?
Yeah.
They would go to Washington, D.C. and actually pick up the litter behind them.
I know.
So great.
The cleanest
and do you remember
protesters.
the loafer rebellion during the recount in 2000, where all these Republicans in Florida went to break down the doors of the recounters? It was so cute.
Yeah, it is.
It is cute. It's kind of like trolling somebody on Twitter for no reason at all, right? Miss Holmes.
I don't know.
I was trolled by her on Twitter the other day for no reason. Tried to make me say I love Maroon 5 and getting people to sing songs. I said
They're trying to. You are trying. I gotta get Joe in here before you.
I could relate.
I was thinking of you, Tyrus.
Yeah, I was actually shamed at the Starbucks for wearing a Gary Johnson for President T-shirt and nothing else. So I had a problem with that. What were they going to do if the protesters turned ugly? Going to stab them with their art history diplomas? There's nothing these baristas are going to do. So they're lucky they're dealing with people who are kind-hearted.
Damn, he said diploma. You didn't even even make it.
It shows that people are demonized and they're actually the well-behaved people. So next time you hear someone saying they're all racist, homo, no, they're people who showed up and behaved themselves when it mattered.
Yeah, also, do they think they're going to enact some sort of positive change by spilling someone's coffee on someone else? I'm pretty sure approximately 0 world events have ever happened because someone spilled coffee on another person in a vengeful manner.
I don't know. I'm going to look that
I don't know.
up.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Next. If you leave now, I'm keeping my fireworks all to myself.